And we are live. Hello, girls. How are you? Anita here from Sequins and Sand. I hope you're doing well. Today's Lunchtime Live is all about Mastectomy Swimwear. Part of me is extraordinarily happy that we have a mastectomy range here on offer at Sequins and Sand. And the other part of me is sad to think that it's so needed. But anyway, we are here to help. And today I want to show you our range of mastectomy, post-mastectomy swimsuits here at Sequins and Sand. If you are joining me on the recording, hello to you too. I know that Friday at 12 o'clock, BrisVegas time is not necessarily going to suit everyone, and that's okay. Or maybe you want to watch the recording over and over again. There might be a couple of things that catch your eye and you want to go back and revisit, then that's what the recording's there for. You'll find, I find that most women actually tune in after the live. So even if you do tune into the recording, you can still leave your comments and questions in the feed. And I'm hoping there's going to be quite a few today from you. If there's anything that you need a hand with or would like to know more about when you see what we have to show you today. I'm just going to have a quick look on my phone to see if we are showing up in the feed. And if you could let me know, yep, there we are. If you could let me know just with a comment to let me know whether you can hear me and see me okay, because it's always a little bit of a trick to know that. Ah, it's Lizzie. Lizzie, give me a thumbs up, darling, if you can hear me. That would be great. When I was prepping for today's session, I wanted to get a bit more of a feel for the stats, because I know here at Sequins and Sand, we've been going for 12 years now online. Makes me a bit of a granny, really, in the online world. But in that time, I know I have seen the request for mastectomy swimwear increase, which is why I've got more on offer now than ever before. And it could be a function of, more women needing it, or also more women looking online for it. I haven't got the exact stats for us here, but I do know that the need has increased over time. And I just wanted to share with you some of the stats around breast cancer in Australia. Its incidence is increasing with 1 in 7 Australian women and 1 in 716 Australian men expected to be diagnosed in their lifetime. There are about 200,000 women in Australia today living with breast cancer. And if you are one of those and you're tuning in, I hope you're doing okay. And statistically, the good news is that the survival rate for women who have, or people who have breast cancer, when we compare a 5-year period from 87 to 91 versus 2012 and 2016, has gone up from 75% to 91%. So hope is on the increase, and I hope that those stats work in your favour if you're watching today. My heart goes out to you. I hope you're okay. And Liz, I know, darling, you've been down this track, and we've talked about that a bit. And Liz, I'll just have a bit of a aside for you. Liz is in our world here at Sequins and Sand. She's also in our Summer Confidence Society, and she's been in a couple of swimwear shoots for us during her breast cancer treatment when she lost her hair, but she bravely did that shoot, and we were in awe of you, Liz, when you did that. And so we've watched Liz on her journey post-breast cancer, and still now undergoing, your body's never the same, is it, Lizzie? But you're doing really well, and I'm very grateful for your bravery, showing so many women that it is possible to get into a cossie and still enjoy yourself when you feel less than yourself. Anyway, I also wanted to give a shout out to Linda. Linda, I know that you'll be watching if not live, the recording. If you're there, say hello. Let's have a quick look. Liz, thumbs up, that's good. So Linda, when I posted about this in the newsletter last weekend, Linda reached out straight away and said that would she mind if I shared this live with a couple of the groups that she's part of, and I said no, that's great. If we can help more women, please do share. And she shared with me that she's 42. I hope that's okay, Linda. I haven't revealed your surname, so hopefully that's enough anonymity. But and said, you know, can you please also show some cossies that would be suitable for younger women? So she raised a really good point. You know, statistically, most of the women are sort of 65-ish with breast cancer. But there are obviously a number of women much younger than that. And I think for me, there might be some prints and colours that suit, and styles might as well. But as we go through today, I'm hoping that there'll be some stuff that appeals to you younger women as well. For me, I think it gets down to finding what is the right features in a cossie to suit your needs post-mastectomy. And we'll go through some of those. And then also you have to then overlay your own style, personality, the colours and prints that you're drawn to, and then obviously your shape and your bust size. So we'll cover that off today. We'll go through the features that are in a lot of the mastectomy swimsuits and why I have deliberately left some off the list, even though they're marketed as suitable for post-mastectomy. But I would like you guys to tell me. I really want to help as much as I can. And if at any stage you've got some comments, some guidance that can steer us in the right direction here at Sequins and Sand so we can better serve you and your needs, then please put that in the comments. And equally well, if you think we're on the right track and some of the stuff that I mentioned you think is important, then let us know that too. So here behind me is a range of tankinis, one pieces and swim dresses and rashies in all different cuts, for different shapes and different bust sizes. But they are not all here. There's a couple that are missing, and I'll share my screen and show you those. But in my experience, there are some really important points when it comes to having the right mastectomy swimsuits. Having obviously the pockets in the bust area to house your prostheses. But beyond that, we want to make sure that the pockets actually have a wide enough opening so that you can get your prostheses in without damaging it, because they're very expensive. And also just, you know, from a comfort point of view, you're not struggling to get them in there. And that the bust cups have enough support then to be able to carry the weight of the prosthesis, as well as, you know, you might have one prosthesis and your natural breast on the other side. So it's important to make sure that there's enough support to cover both. And then the fabric of the lining needs to be nice and soft, because I can appreciate, and there's my dog, it wouldn't be alive without Rusty tuning in. I can appreciate that there's been some scarring potentially if you've had surgery, extra surgery for corrections and whatnot, but also from radiation treatment. There may be some sensitivities there as well. So the softness on the inside is really important, but also then I guess that's the level of coverage, you know, that it comes up high enough so that it covers scarring that you might be, you know, don't want to show the world, which is absolutely fair enough. But also, so the bust coverage, but also then decolletage, heading up towards your collarbone a little bit more as well. And perhaps laterally, you know, towards your arms. So that means, you know, high under the arm might be good, but also the high neckline options. There's also the issue of having, whether you feel comfortable having underwire or not. And if you have a view on that, let me know, because the feedback I get is that underwire will irritate and will, you know, push and provide pressure where you don't need it. But some of these styles do have underwire in them, and I'm really not sure whether that is wise or not. So if you could let me know, that would be good. I know that we're all going to have different views, but if there's something that really isn't right, let me know. So let's have a look at some of these different styles, and I will show you the features. Now, in all of the descriptions on Sequins and Sand, we have gone to great lengths to list the features for you. So please read. And once I show you this selection, I'm going to scoot over to my computer and I will show you how to find these cossies easily on our website as well. So let's start firstly with the tankinis. Most of these are on the website, but there's a couple of new styles that have just landed that we haven't yet had a chance to put up, and I'll point those out too. So the first one is this new one that we've just received in. It's, I'll take it out. This is, it's kind of got a twist front in the cup. And what I like about this one for a mastectomy option is that this will be good for someone who might be a B or C cup, because it is a little bit shallower in the bust cup, which means it's not going to, you know, overtake your bust too much and just have too much room there for you. But what I do like is it's got these nice wide straps leading up, so that'll give you good coverage close to your armpits as well. And it is, you know, it will sit. It sits, you know, probably mid-decolletage. So it will cover the bust tissue, but, you know, it's not a really high cut. It's not going to sit super high. But a nice high back and high under the arms. And that's what you have to look for, girls. If you want that, you know, coverage here, look for something that does have a high back. Because if it has a high back, then it's going to give you that extra coverage under your arms as well. So this one here has adjustable straps, which I'm a huge fan of, because again, when you've got that weight there with your prostheses, you want to make sure that they're secure, and having adjustable straps is really handy. You can get that extra firmness where you need it for the right fit. So that ticks all the boxes in, as far as I know. Let's have a look on the inside of this one. And this one has got, and all of the Genevieves, look at the size of that. I know it's black on black, but it's got a really generous opening. What has not been tested, obviously, is, you know, how the prostheses then stay in place. But I guess you would know that once you give us some feedback. But at least there is a nice opening there for you to slide it in, girls. And then this fabric here, I know you can't feel it yourself, but that is a nice, fine, it's super soft swimwear fabric on the inside. So tick the box there. Then this is some power mesh. Now that's more for tummy than bust, but it's there. And this one is fully lined all the way around. So this tankini, it's a new one from Genevieve. This is also chlorine resistant. So if you are in the pool, as well, this is going to last you a little bit longer than regular swimwear fabric. So everything in the Genevieve swimwear range is chlorine resistant, which is why I've gone there. So this is a new one that I'll be putting up shortly on the website in the next few days. And I think it'll be around, you know, most of the Genevieve stuff goes up to at least a 22. Some of them go up to, or around the 20. Some of them go up to 26 or 30. But this one I would guess would be going up to around the 20, 22. Then another one from Genevieve. This is one of our most popular tankini tops, actually, and I'm not sure if it's for girls who've had a mastectomy and put prostheses in or not, but this one here will sit around about there as well, so you get bust tissue coverage and, you know, bust coverage, a nice whitish neck, narrower straps here, which may or may not be an issue for you. But again, adjustable straps and a nice high back. So you will get underarm coverage. This one here is this would work from a B cup and up as well. So this is one that's suitable if you don't have a larger bust, but it will go up to an E cup. And the flexibility, again, as with the other one, I'll just show you quickly. The nice generous opening, again, for the prosthesis to slide in, and that same soft fabric under the cup. And then you can see here, it's a really nice wide under bust elastic. So this one will provide good support for, you know, whether you have a natural breast still on or whether you're wearing your prosthesis. And then it's also got some removable, are they removable or not, Anita? You need to check before you shoot your mouth on. No, they're not. So this has got a moulded padding on the inside of this one, which will give you a smooth outline as well, girls, which I think might be quite handy as well. So that's the bust area of this one. Very popular. Comes in a couple of prints. We could be out of the Mystic Hibiscus, which was this print. But we'll have a look on the website and we'll be able to point it out. But this is sold really, really well this year. And I know this goes up to size, which one you got here? This is a 22. I think it goes up to about 26 as well. So that is another tankini style in the Genevieve range that is good, that will accommodate a prosthesis or two. Then this is another style which will accommodate a bust probably up to an E cup with ease. And I know that there's also, so this is size DE, and then there's another cup which is sized FG in the same style. This is the ruched underwire style from Capriosca. Now this one will sit a little bit lower. You're going to see, you know, a little bit more of a bust there, probably a little bit of cleavage. So this one does sit lower, and the straps are narrower there, but it does have the high back, so it will give you some good coverage under the arms. But this one does have an underwire, but it also has these ruched cups. Now this is probably, it's caught up to the 3 tier. This one is one of our most popular tankini tops here at Sequins and Sand because of this ruching. You know, bust just fill it forward. And it's a nice neutral. It's also got some good ruching around the tummy as well, girls. But I'll just show you the inside of this one, which is a little bit different. Now, I don't know if that underwire is going to be suitable for you or not, but this is how this one is made, and I thought I'd include it just in case. There's some of you out there that don't mind that. You don't have the irritation, but you can see it. It's there. And then, right, so that is the bust area on the inside. You can clearly see the underwires. And then that is the opening for the prosthesis. Now, I'll be honest, if this is an FG, you might struggle a little bit to get your prosthesis in there, especially if you have to do it quite a few times, you know, in and out from every time you want to swim or go out in your togs. That would honestly be a bit of a negative for this one. It may not be big enough for the larger FG girls. For the DE, well, probably a D cup, it'll be all right. And again, not sure about the underwire for you and the slightly lower neckline. But that is a very popular option, just not sure how popular with prostheses, but it is definitely one that you can pop your prosthesis in. But again, just, you know, if you are a larger cup girl, you may be able to get that altered and opened up a little bit more, but I'd just be careful of that a little bit. But otherwise, you know, if you're a D cup, should be fine. Now, this one here comes in a few different colours as well. So there's the plum, and then over on here, there's it also comes in a navy, comes in a black, comes in the turquoise. So there's a few different options for this very popular tankini top. Now, this one here is a little bit different. And again, this might be a younger style for you, Linda. This is almost like a bustier. It's pretty cute. It's got removable straps, but I'm sure, you know, to make sure you get that support, you want to keep them on. But they are wider and fully adjustable. Now, it's got a sweetheart neckline, so it will come up a little bit higher on the bust area. And it's got almost like this empire, well, not almost, it is an empire line with the feature under the bust. So this is it's very cute. Very now, it's probably, you know, one of the more fashionista styles that we have in the range. And I'll just show you this one from the inside. Got a nice peplum shape to it. So it's got, now this opening is more generous. The fabric is super, super soft. You can see it's almost like a webbing. And you can really, the opening is very generous there, which is great. Then you've got these removable bust pads, which are fine, but you might like to leave those in just to get that nice smooth finish on the outside. And then underneath, there is the wide underbust elastic. See if I can show that for you there. Okay, for support. So that's quite good. So this is quite a cutie, a little cutie, this one. Very sweet. I've only got a few, but it is, it is another mastectomy option. I think this will go to an E cup with ease, and even with that opening up to an E, you could probably start maybe at a C with this one, C to E. Okay, now we move into one-piece territory. This is the ruched cup option that I showed you in the tankini that comes in the one piece. So I won't bore you by going through the same details. It has exactly the same bust as the tankini option. So, yeah, that is the one-piece option if you are looking for a one-piece, not a tankini. And again, it comes in the same colours, the turquoise. I'm not sure if we've got any plums left. Turquoise, plum, navy, and black. Now, this one here is for a smaller bust. If you're a B, maybe even an A with this one. Now, this is the lucky last of its kind, and I've got it in the sales area. But it does also come in a plain black that has an underwire, but it does have a mastectomy pocket. So up to you whether you want that underwire or not, or if you want to remove it, that's always an option as well. But this one here is really sweet, and I love the print. It's so cute. But it is the last one, girls, but if you love it, dive in. I'll tell you what it is. It's a 16, and it's the tank one piece from Capriosca. Does come in a navy dots, but I'm not sure how much of that's left either. It's not a style that's been repeated much this summer, so it is scarcer, I'm sorry. But there is there for that lucky one who wants to grab it. This is beautiful. And again, a nice, simple style that is a little bit more youthful as well, Linda. This one here has a slightly higher neckline that will sit up there, and the back will probably sit just above the bra line. So, you know, it will come up and pretty well underneath the arms to give you that side coverage. And it's got there's the opening there for the prosthesis. Pretty good, you know. Again, if you're a B cup, more than enough, and a C and even a D. Going to an E will probably stretch this one, but there is some lovely soft fabric in the lining, and you can see that there is if I go the right way, there we go. That's the same elastic underneath to hold everything in place nice and firmly, and the adjustable straps will do that too. So that's a simple straight through style. There's a little bit of ruching to this one, not much around the tummy, if you're looking for that as well, but a nice simple style. Now, another nice simple style back in the Genevieve range now. Is this one here. It's been quite popular. Now, this one doesn't have any ruching, so it's a simple straight through style. But, you know, if you are doing a fair bit of swimming or if you're in the pool often, this is a good one, you know, and if you're not looking for that ruching. A nice classically made cut. And, again, it's got those wider straps here for a little bit more coverage, fully adjustable. And, again, on the inside, most of the Genevieves will be the same, girls. You know, that's how Sonia does them. So you can see the underbust elastic there to hold up your prosthesis and your natural bust if you have one. And there is the opening, nice and generous. It's good. So again, this one will suit from a B cup, you know, because it's of the simplicity of its style. There are some molded cups that are built in just to give that smooth bust outline as well. Yeah, so that is another option. That's really, really good. And it comes in, I think this is the only print I've got at the moment of this one. So a slightly different cut, but again from a B cup. B, C, D. D will probably start to max it out, maybe a double D. This is the boy leg, and Maria modelled this for us in the shoot. Again, a nice classically simple cut. There's no ruching, but just some details there. Reasonably high back, but again, nice wide straps to give the coverage in the front. And where it sits is probably, you know, around about there as well, so not too low. And it is a boy leg style, so it will sit a little bit lower in the hip area. Good bottom coverage. And again, you know, the inside is the same with the soft fabric, the right size opening to get the prosthesis in, and elastic underneath for bust support. This one comes in a couple of prints, the Mystic Hibiscus, this blue one, and I think that's, I don't think it was in the Deco Orchid, no, so just the two. So something a bit brighter and the blues. That's the boy leg style. And now, this one, I'm just going to double check this because I don't believe that it is, even though it says, yeah. So something to note, girls, and you'll probably be well onto this. This is a crossover style. So virtue of the fact that it is going to sit lower and the cups split apart like that, any style that does that is obviously not going to serve you well, because you will not get that extra support you need and keep things together and in place. So a tip for what not to get or look for is the crossover. You know, it might look like a lovely line on you and the right cut for you, but honestly, my tip to you would be to avoid them, because you're just not going to get that, that extra support that you need to keep things in place. So I don't know why I threw that one up there, but anyway, I shouldn't have. Bad Anita. There you go. That's what not to get. So zip-ups, hugely, hugely popular. Most of the zip-ups we sell in a one-piece do not have a spot for you to put your prostheses in, but these new ones that have just come in do. So I want to show you how that works. This is a new one that's just come in. It doesn't have the frill sleeve on it like many of the other ones do. But again, you've got the wide straps and good, you know, a reasonably high back. And it's straight through, girls. There's no ruching on this one either. So if you do like a zip up to help you get in and out of, because it's a little bit trickier for you these days, some scarring can obviously do that to you, then the zip up style might be one for you. Now, again, because it's got the zip down the middle, you are relying on the individual cups to do the job instead of, you know, the whole unison working together. but I still think you'll get some good support from this one. You can see the underbust elastic, and the zip has an extra piece of fabric behind it, which I think is great. That means you're not going to get the zip irritating your skin as well there in those sensitive areas. And, you know, nice, reasonably deep cup. Again, I think if you're a B, you'd get away with it. B, C, D, E, might start to max it out at an E, but, you know, might be okay. Yeah, so a nice new, this is a fairly new zip up without the frill sleeve, obviously, but one that might be a good in and out option for you with a good opening for your prosthesis. I'll just share that with you for proof. There we go. And the nice soft fabric with the bust support from the wide underbust elastic. So that's another option. We are powering on now. Another simple style. Again, if you're, it's got a little bit more ruching in the torso, but the print is great for tummy disguise on this one. This is the diamond snake print, I think they called it. This one is not yet up on the website, but will go up shortly. It's got the side panels on it to give you a nice, you know, visual waist. We've to create a bit of visual shape. But again, this one might sit just a little bit lower. Gee, have I worn the right top? I don't know. It might sit just a fraction lower, but not too bad. Reasonably high, nice wide straps. And I'll just show you the inside of this one. Good bum coverage, girls. That's important too. And again, because it's part of the Genevieve range, it's chlorine resistant. And look at that, nice opening for access there in the bust area. And again, the signature underbust wide elastic there for support, and that lovely soft fabric. Fully lined on the inside with some power mesh. So a nice just all-rounder again, you know, if you're in that pool often for exercise. And this is a lovely soft colour palette, which is something a little bit different. I think that could go, you know, suit many ages, this one here. But it is, I like it because it's just a little bit different in the colour palette. And it's a nice disguising print. Now, I'll just quickly show you this one here, because this is my actual favourite print in the range from Genevieve. This is a Deco Orchid print. And that's more still arriving now, and that's why the dog's gone nuts. So I do apologise for that. Working from home office, it's very, very tricky. So this one sits around about there and wider. It's got a reasonably high back, but more ruching down the sides. This is one that I still have to put on the website. Just let the courier know that I can't come out and sign for the package right now. And there's the ruching on the side, girls, to give you a little bit of extra tummy coverage and support. This one is a good one for a deeper bust. So if you are an EF cut girl, then this one would work for you. Yes, thank you. Yeah, thanks. And there's the opening, a nice decent size, nice soft fabric and super wide elastic. Great support there. So if you are a bigger cut girl, then this is a good one. This is the square neck style from Genevieve. The straps aren't adjustable, which, you know, is a bit of a downside to really bring it in. But overall, for a larger cup and a nice simple style with a little bit of tummy ruching and a beautiful, beautiful feminine print, this is a great option. Deco Orchid. So that'll go up in the next few days. Now, speaking of bust cup, bigger bust cups, good old Raphael. This is an Artisan's one, but it's got underwire. So not sure if that's going to work for you. But it is a beautiful, I've only got a couple of these left. This beautiful soft fabric, the Melange range. Raphael is our nice deep cup. You know, this will serve F, possibly, well, Jane's a sizable F and maybe even a G, and this is her favourite go-to. She looks great in this. And look at all that tummy ruching. So if you're after a lot of tummy support as well, girls, with your togs, then this is the one, Raphael style. It is a personal fave here. But I'll show you the inside. I'll be honest, there's the Raphael tankini and the one piece. When I took the tankini out to have a double check, I couldn't get the opening up enough. And even this one, for an FG, is you're going to be pushing it, girls, but you might be able to do it. So, to all of our designers who might be watching, please make sure that you make these openings generous enough if you are promoting them as having mastectomy pouches or post-mastectomy suitable. But it is beautiful and soft, and you might just get there. That's why I put it in. But the tankini style, I wouldn't, because it is a much narrower opening. This one's got the double bra at the back for extra bust support. So you put that on first, you clip that up first before you get into it, and fully adjustable straps, which you can also unclip and cross over at the back. This is a fantastic swimsuit. I just hope with the opening and the underwire that it will work for you girls. Worth a try though. You know, we have free returns if it doesn't quite work out, so you need to know that. We're always here to make it as easy as possible for you. So to take all those stresses away about, will this work for me or not? And can I get my money back or can I swap it for something else? Yes, of course you can. Right, now, this one here, contemporary, again, mesh. Now, something a little bit, sexy savvier. Comes in a couple of different prints. Comes in the black. Do you see that down there? Plain black jacquard, which is a beautiful texture. It's been very popular. And the Deco Orchid, which is here, that other lovely print. These are on the website at the moment. Now, having the mesh, I was in two minds, yes or no, but I think yes. So probably not for a big cup, I think maybe C, D. But if you're after that extra support, well, you can make up your own mind. I'm a little bit questionable if it's sort of EF territory, not enough support in the bust. But what I love is this mesh. So whilst it will let the sunlight through a little bit, it is also going to disguise, and if you have any of the scarring and sensitivity up there, or particularly the scarring up a little bit higher, because this neckline sits up here. So the fabric stops there, sits probably a little bit lower than some of the others. It'll sit there, but then the mesh comes up here to near the collarbone. So you get that coverage in the front, which could work for you. There is the back. It is a scoop back, a little bit lower, probably around about the bra line. That'll fit, but it's got some lovely ruching. Beautiful. It's a very flattering cossie and a little bit sexy, right? So if you want to bring sexy back and feel a bit more sexy after everything you've been through, then this might be an option for you. Let's have a look on the inside. And this one here is a print that we've got through with the matching rashes. Well, matching rashes, I'll show you that soon. There is a lovely opening, right? Plenty of room to get your prosthesis in, girls. And then again, you've got that under bust elastic and that lovely soft fabric. And fully lined front and back, power meshing in the front. So if you have tummy concerns and want some, coverage and support around your tummy as well, this is a great one for that with those other additional features. So that's the mesh option, something a little bit different, but could work for you. Again, probably start at a C cup. It's got some molded cups, or are they removable? Let me just double check that before I shoot my mouth off again. No, they're sewn in. So, that's good too, because you get that bust form and a smooth outline as well. And that's quite stiff, so, yeah, a little bit different in that regard. And that one, like I said, comes in those other prints. Now, it also has a matching rashi. There's that one. There's the Deco Orchid. That matches in with the others. And this is another one. This is the Mystic Hibiscus. Really popular, this one. That came out early on in the season. Or again, all in the Genevieve is chlorine resistant. Now, with these ones here, they have pouches for your prosthesis in the rashi. Now, that works for some women, doesn't work for everyone, but if you are quite comfortable, if you want that extra coverage in your arms and, you know, all the rest of it across your tummy and around your back, nice and high, and you want maybe a firmer fitting rashi and to put your prosthesis in, this is an option. These are rare. I haven't seen very many rashis that have got the pouches in them to take the prosthesis, girls. So if that's something that you think you want to give a try, then there's some beautiful prints there, the classic black and white, the more feminine and brighter Deco Orchid, and super bright Mystic Hibiscus. These we've got, I think, up to a 30. I need to double check that, but generous sizing. And again, you know, if you want a bit more firmness, then go down a size or maybe even 2, you know, to get that firmness around your chest and the support that you're after. But a great option, right? And I'll just show you quickly with this one what it's like on the inside. Nice high neck. But I'm so excited. When Sonia brought these out, I was so proud of her. You know, this is just something we don't see. Now, Anita needs to get her act together and find. I always get confused with these zips because they're in the middle. Right, that is close to your arms, girls. And that's where it slides in. Nice and open, generous opening, beautiful soft fabric. And there is the bust elastic underneath, yeah, to hold you in. Yeah, so that's another option. And you've got the lining in the front as well, all the way through. This doesn't have, just noticed, I don't know if Sonia's going to change that later, but you know that does not have the extra fabric behind the zip. So if you are a bit sensitive there, watch out for that. Might not be for you. I'll be honest, girls, you know, ultimately you make up your mind, but I'll just show you what is there and what might work and what might not. Okay, so that are the rashis. Then the other thing I was super excited about is, you know, sun safety is, well, we can't get enough, you know, of these zip-ups, to be honest, usually in the shorter sleeves, but the long sleeves are increasing in popularity as well for sun coverage. And, you know, again, if you're after extra coverage because of sensitivities or scarring or just because you want to, then this is another option. This is a one-piece. Sonia calls it her scuba suit in the Genevieve range. These have just landed, and these go up to a 30, or at least a 26. They are chlorine resistant as well and UPF 50, so they're rated for sun coverage. The same, we've got a zip down the middle, nice high neck, these beautiful curves here to visually create a waist and bring in some curves in on the side. Lizzie modeled this for us. Thank you, Lizzie. Looked fantastic in it. And it's been pretty popular, I'll be honest. Now, on the inside, we do have the extra fabric on the inside of the zip. And a similar thing, girls, the generous opening for your prostheses, got the elastic under the bust, and the zip. The zip goes down to about the belly button, maybe a little bit higher. So again, another great option if you're after more sun coverage. And, you know, this will go, if you're a B cup, fine, all the way up to, or easily an E. You know, it'll hold with those generous openings, girls. So that is a long sleeve scuba suit in the Magnolia print, generous sizing as well. Oh, we must be going on. I'm getting a bit hot and a bit hoarse, so I hope you're doing okay and you're hanging in there with me. Now, swim dresses. Some women do not want, you know, to show the tops of their legs too much and want that a little bit more coverage there. Swim dresses are very popular here. And this style here from Capriosca is the one that's our most generous fit. So it falls from the bust, from the top of the neckline down, and is the looser style with 6 panels, center, front and back, and 2 sides. And then it's got the one piece under built in. So no need to buy something to go underneath, girls. The swim dress has got it all. Nice wide straps. And this one sits higher on the neckline. So you'll get full bust coverage with that, and a pretty high back as well for good under coverage. Great option if you want full coverage, you know, for bottom and tops of legs. I'll just show you the inside. There's the bust openings, pretty good. Now this cossie here will go bust size up to easily an E, maybe an F, but you probably will struggle to get the F prostheses in there. I reckon the G, an E will be all right. And again, you've got under bust elastic to give you that firmness. Nice, lovely, soft fabric on the inside. And yeah, that's a fully lined one piece underneath. So this swim dress comes in quite a few prints and also comes in a plain black. This goes up to a size 30, and on the website, just have a look in the swim dress section. This style which is the wide strap swim dress. All of them have the pouches for prostheses. So that's in the Capriosca range. Some of these are chlorine resistant, some of them are not. So it's a matter of finding, but there's at least 4 or 5 prints and plains in this range here. Then Genevieve, we've got a couple of swim dresses as well. This is a similar-ish style, but the back is a little bit lower and the straps are not adjustable. But the print is different and the print is all over, whereas the Caprioscas have got, usually have that center panel as the print, and everything else is a plain, usually a black, though there is a navy option. This one here will sit, you know, up here, and easily an E cut, possibly an F. And again, you know, reasonably high back. We'll probably go to about the bra line, this one. And it's got the one piece built in underneath as well. And in the bust area, those nice wide straps just above, you know, around your armpits, and nice generous holes to get the prosthesis in. Again, with the signature really wide under bust elastic and fully lined one piece under. So this is a more vibrant print all over. That's the main difference. But again, a nice generous skirt on it, so it's not going to give you that cling. A very popular option as well, this style of swim dress. Okay, I think we must be just about through. Let me double check. Yeah. So now, excuse me, while I hop over to my computer, and I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see how to find all of these cossies really easily on the Sequins and Sand website, and where you can get help to find the right fit for you. 2 secs. Okay, let's go and do this, girls. So like magic, we are on the Sequins and Sand website now. And I just wanted to show you how to, hopefully that still holds. Yeah, I'm just going to dive over here. It's flying a little bit blind, so I get a bit nervous. Hopefully you can still hear me as well. But on the Sequins and Sand website, the fastest way to find the mastectomies is type in Mastectomy Swimwear, and all of the ones that we have, you can see a lot of those we've gone through today. are listed. There's a couple of pages, so go through them all. Page 1, page 2. So the search engine is pretty good these days. We updated that last year. There's also the swimwear, Mastectomy Swimwear range. Now, not everything is in there. I've still got to update a couple. But you can see we went through most of those styles today, and you can see the various colours and prints in there. This one we didn't go through. That's a personal favourite, that trio. It's only a couple of sizes left, but there's the swim dress, the boy leg, you know, the spliced one, which we saw in the diamond snake that I've got to update. So that's another way to find it. Oh, I wanted to show you this because I don't have one here. This is the one and only bikini that I've got, bikini top, that is in the Capriosca range, actually. And this has got prosthesis in it. Sorry, the pouches to take your prosthesis. It is an underwire. So, you know, whether that's going to work for you, I'm not sure, but you may be able to cut them out. And that you can see how it ties up at the back. But that one is for, you know, that easily will go to an F cup because of the ruching in the bust. And you can see that there's really good coverage there underneath the arm and sitting higher on the bust to make sure that your prosthesis is well and truly covered. So that is how you find the mastectomy range. And if you want help, we've got this section here, fitting and packing help, and it's called the change room. And there I am, and if you hit that, you'll get my intro to what we do, but you can type in your searches there. You can shop by shape, whether you have a bigger bust, and that's what you're looking for, but know that that won't just be, you know, you'll have to dig a little bit deeper there for the mastectomy options. Now, this is where you can contact us. This is to do the Find Your Fit quiz, where if you give me a little bit more information, we can help you out with a style that will work for you. And then there's also the ability to book a virtual swimsuit session with me as well, where we do that on the lines, girls. But this is what I love. This is our swimsuit size calculator. You just put in your measurements, get the tape out, measure the fullest part of your bust, right? And I think, you know, preferably not with a bra on. If you want to, that's fine. But I think you should be pretty much how you are when you're going to be in your cossies when you measure yourself. So let's just put in a number. Oh, not 1,000, Jesus. Here we go. So 110 bust is approximately a size 18 in our swimwear ranges. Waist, let's go for 120, that's a 26. Hips, I don't know, let's pick up another number. 110, whoops, get it right, Anita. 16. So you can see that on the screen it tells you what you are, and the ones in brackets refer to clothing, what the equivalent size is in clothing. So I hope that helps you find. I'll just come on back. Here I am. Haven't gone very far. I hope that helps you find what you're looking for in a mastectomy swimsuit. If it's not, please, please, please put some comments in the feed if you're watching this, or if you've got some mates that you think might benefit from watching this, then please share it with them. We want to do everything we can to get them back out in the water, enjoying their summers after what has been, you know, a very challenging time. So thanks very much for tuning in. I know it's been a long one today. There was much to talk about, but I'd love to get your feedback. And if you have any questions, put them in the feed and I will get back to you shortly. Thank you so much for your comments. I can see quite a few have come through. I really appreciate you tuning in. I'm sorry I can't do both at the same time. But, you know, I love these little chats. This is my little home office, and you can see there's lots going on. We're working out what to do next with the Summer Confidence Society, which is our membership. We're going to be relaunching that on the next wave of launch later on in the year. And hopefully many of you watching will join that as well. So have a great weekend. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next week with another juicy Lunchtime Live. Thanks, girls. Bye.